Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Massena Arena for tonight's hockey game. The Massena Red Raiders and the Glens Falls Indians in the Massena Invitational High School Hockey Tournament. The starting lineups are being introduced right now. In the first game, it was the team from Seton Catholic, a team in the Northern Athletic Conference, defeating the team from Milton, Ontario, the Milton Mustangs, on a score of 10-2. And it was not a real tough job for Seton, as they really dominated play. And they really controlled the play very, very much in that hockey game. So now we're getting ready for Massena and Glens Falls, and I'm Jerry Menner. Alongside me, Dave McLennan, for tonight's game. And David, I'll tell you, we're expecting a good one.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be an understatement. I'll start off with, Jerry. It's going to be better than that first hockey game, the 10-2 blowout. Just caught a bit of the second and the third period. That wasn't much of a hockey game. Seton in control all the way. And I'm sure this is going to be an excellent hockey game. We're looking at the number one ranked team in the state in Division II and defending state champions last year, the Glens Falls Indians. I expect an exciting hockey game here tonight.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt about that. I don't know if we're going to, apparently we're not going to have the national anthem because they did for the beginning of the first game. So we'll just be ready to start our hockey game here in just a moment. We're just a few minutes early in getting started, but I think both teams are ready to go, and it's going to be an exciting game. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Coach Don Miller and the Indians coming into tonight's hockey game, Jerry, they've got a 15-3-1 record, and to go along with that number one state rating, they've lost 2 games to the Albany Academy Club that beat Massena earlier in the year. They also were upset by Saratoga. The tie comes at the hands, or Northwood Prep and Glens Falls had a tie earlier in the season. I think the strength of this ball club is the goaltending that you alluded to. You and I were talking. Gabe Accardi is a premier goaltender, and also he's got some good balance. Coach Don Miller on those first 2 units. One of the key members of his club is not here tonight. Probably the best player on this team. He's number 7 in the program, Mike Ross, and they suspect that he has mononucleosis. So
that's too bad. It's going to be Bob Merrill centering the first line, Matt Carpenter and John Pirelli, Tim Hamlin and Ryan Donahue on defense. We got the Fauché line out there for Massena. Fauché, Whitcup, and McCracken to start off. Levac and Labarge are playing the points, and we're underway. Off the face-off, the puck bounces back in the Massena zone, and it comes to Jason Labarge. He whips it around the boards. Whitcup trying to move it ahead, getting some forechecking pressure. The puck slips in front of the net, but McCracken is there to pick it up and start it out. Here's McCracken's headman, a Whitcup. Bobby takes it across the Rhine, right side, in behind the net now. Whitcup looks to center. He still rips it around the boards, holding onto it, trying to go back to the point. And it was kind of toward the middle of the point, and it goes out to center ice. Labarge flips it ahead. Whitcup just directs it in the zone. Back after it is Donahue, the big defenseman. Fauché takes him into the boards. The puck kicks free. It goes to McCracken. McCracken trying to stick handle behind the net, flips it around on the other side, and coming in after it is Carpenter. Carpenter poked away from him. Donahue feeds it out to center ice. Here comes Pirelli across the blue line. Pirelli takes it in the zone. It comes in behind the net, and they jam for it there. And where is it? Still tied up behind the net. And Post lost sight of it. It comes right in front, bouncing in the slot, and finally Whitcup gets it out of trouble, and Massena starts it out to center ice. Now Fauché trying to poke it ahead, taken away, and flipped by Carpenter back into the Massena zone, and teams are making changes here. Aaron Barkley flipping it over on the left side. Tommy Post comes after it, falls down, but Jake Morris is there. Massena with a Morris line out there. Here comes Jake, stick handling, ahead to Bigelow. Bigelow takes it across and dumps it in the Glens Falls zone. In behind the net, Bigelow racing in after it, throws a check on Donahue, trying to take the puck. Morris throws a check, it comes back to Collins. He just pinches in and pokes it behind the net. Donahue after it there. Here's Donahue. Bounces off the boards. Kept in. Manning playing the point. He slides it, and it's knocked down by a defenseman. Goes in the corner, bounces out to center ice. Collins flips it right back to the Glens Falls line. And the bouncing puck picked up by Meade, and he flips it inside Massena territory. Todd Collins back after it. Rides it around the boards for Tommy Moore. Moore stops, bangs it, doesn't get it out. Kept in at the point. Bounces into the corner. After it there is O'Connor. He flips it behind the Massena net. Collins is there for the Raiders to start out right side. Long headman pass goes by everybody. I don't believe it's going to go far enough for icing. No, it's getting back is Tim Hamlin. Hamlin loses it momentarily to Tommy Moore. Kicks free in behind the net. and it's picked up there by O'Connor. He tries to move it around the board. Center ice, Collins. Collins dumps it right back in the zone, and Massena's going to make a line change and get that Jason Jackson unit out there. Stuck, puck stolen there, in behind, right in front, Jackson, shot, save, rebound, fired high over the net, as Jackson had two good opportunities. Hewlett back to the point. Here's Levac shot, his save, rebound. Hewlett picks it up in front, another shot, another save, rebound, another save on Jackson, and the puck comes free. And this second line making things happen right now. Puck in the corner, Jackson feeds it to Hewlett. Hewlett looking back to the point. Labarge over on the other side. Levac, he winds it up, and the save made. The rebound, Pirelli, another save, just wide of the net, and Massena really bombing out there. The puck comes free in behind the net, and racing after it is Chris Brown. Brown rides it around the boards. Back to the point. Labarge keeps it in. Flips it for Hewlett. Hewlett has it knocked away. And finally, Glens Falls, no, they didn't move it out of the zone. Now it comes out to center ice. Jackson back the other way. Takes it right back in the zone. Jason feeds Cameron. Here's Cameron, side of the net. He gets knocked down. The puck comes in behind. He gets back up again. Rides it back to the point. Levac flips it in behind. Cameron with a puck, side of the net. Trying to step by the check. Back to the point again, Levac. Levac looking to wind up. Gives it a quick shot into the corner. Bouncing puck is Whitcup back out there. Massena looks to change their line. Glens Falls is going to ice the puck. And the whistle blows. And boy, I'll tell you, some pressure by the Raiders.
Oh, tremendous amount of pressure right from the opening whistle. But that line, as you mentioned, Jerry, Jason Jackson, Mike Hewlett, and Chris Cameron, since their inception, they have clicked just like coffee and donuts. I'm telling you, they've been going to town. That line, they put a tremendous amount of pressure on Gabe Arcardi, and he had to come up with a couple of outstanding saves.
He's a good goaltender. He proved it right there. Face-off left side in Glens Falls territory. No score on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 11:21 left in the first period. Off the face, puck sits in the slot. McCracken whacks at it. Turns around. His shot blocked. It comes to the blue line. Not out. Kept in by Whitcup. Whitcup trying to go through to Barkley. Barkley to McCracken in the corner. Back to Whitcup. Whitcup back to McCracken. McCracken right side of the net. Circles right in front. And Arcardi got a piece of it with a stick. And it bounces out to center ice. Oops. Gets by Barkley. Here comes Aaron with it. Turns it around. Back out to center ice. Back in the zone to lay off sides. Here comes Tommy Post. Trying to move it ahead. Gets it to the blue line, but not quite out. And now he's going to kick it out to center ice. And picking it up there is Tim Hamlin. And he shoots one from center right on. And Todd Hayes has to make his first save of the ball game from center ice. Tommy Post with it. He loses it. Has it poked away. Side of the net. Right in the slot. The backhander. Hayes makes the save. Where is it? It's underneath Hayes, I believe, or maybe Stott McCracken back-checking. But Tommy Post coughed it up right behind the net. It almost cost a goal.
Giveaway in the Raider end, and Todd Hayes to the rescue. I'll tell you, the luxury of having three balanced lines like Massena has. Coach Stan Moore started his Joey Fauché line against the Bob Merrill line, the big line for the Indians. And then he came back with the first line of Jake Morris going against Glens Falls' second unit, and that freed him up with Jason Jackson's line against Glens Falls' third unit, who isn't that strong, and they really dominated.
Off the faceoff, puck in the circle, knocked in behind the net, goes to the side. After it there is Schermerhorn, the center. He centers it right in front, the shot knocked down, and it's controlled by Tommy Moore. Headman right on Bigelow's stick. Here comes Jeffrey breaking in on the right side, kind of gets by the defense, slides it right in front, goes in behind off a leg. Now Jake Morris with it. Morris circles into the faceoff circle. Right around by the blue line now. He dumps it in the corner. Moore goes after it there. Tommy Moore with a puck. He took it right away from the defenseman. Trying to drop it back, went off the referee and goes out to center ice. Todd Manning rocks to Todd Collins. Back to Manning at the Massena blue line. Up to Tommy Moore. Moore takes it across left side. Takes it right to the middle. Drop pass. Bigelow, his shot. Fired it just wide. Bouncing puck controlled by the Indians, and they just slide it out to center ice. It goes off Dan Kenny's stick all the way back in the Massena zone. Manning leaves it for Collins. Collins moves it up along the board. Here's Bigelow. His headman pass knocked down, and following up is Manning, and he just dumps it inside Glens Falls territory as Massena makes wholesale changes. Here comes Jackson barreling into the zone, going after the puck. Throws a wicked hip check. Hewlett picks up the loose puck, goes through traffic, has it knocked away, digs for it in the corner. The puck ridden around the boards, stopped by Levac at the blue line. He fakes the shot, goes to Labarge. Jason winds up, shot, big save. Rebound right in front, is poked in behind the net. Here's Hewlett trying to center it, knocked away from him by Andy Clark. Back to the point, Levac shot, the save. Rebound, Oh, just wide. Again, a big chance. Jason Jackson in the corner. Back to LaBarge at the point to Jackson, right in front of that backhander. Score! Jason Jackson! And what a shift for that second line. Massena goes up on a score of 1-0. That was a dandy.
Continuous pressure. Their second shift on the ice, and the first time out, continuous pressure. They picked up right where they left off. It was just dominating inside. And the Indians could not do anything about it. Mike Hewlett was parked in front. He was across that crease. He was on his backside 2 or 3 times. But Jason Jackson picked up the loose puck in the corner, danced out in front on his backhand. Mike Hewlett was occupying somebody in front, and he put it high upstairs over the left shoulder of Peter Accardi. I'm having trouble with his name, but a great shot by Jason Jackson.
And, of course, a beautiful pass by Jason LaBarge. Super pass. Okay, here comes Joey Fauché. Fauché takes the cross. I would imagine Levac will pick up an assist as well because he fed it to LaBarge. Okay, controlled by the Indians. They dump it down the ice. And they tried to break out of there with Bob Merrill, but it was broken up by Levac. Levac just flips it along the boards for McCracken. He lifts it to center ice. Fauché, we got a 2-on-1. Here comes Joey with Bobby Whitcup. Fakes the shot. Slides it, and it goes off the defenseman. Joey picks it up behind the net, looks to wrap it. Wrap, shot, score! Joey Fauché! And Massena goes up 2-0 as he put it right between Accardi's legs. The Raiders take the lead 2-zip.
That's what you talk about perseverance. Joey Fauché, he was foiled initially by number 18, Ryan Donahue, who sprawled along the ice, prevented the centering pass, but Joey Fauché never quit. He picked up the puck behind the goal, came out to the left of Pete Accardi and just fired one, and I think it might have got between his legs. He just came right out uncontested, picked it up in the left corner, walked right out in front, and drilled one by low and beat Pete Accardi between the legs.
So Massena takes a 2-0 lead here on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard with 8:18 left in period 1. Here comes Biggs across the blue line, trying to flip it through the middle. Donahue gets in front of it, though, and breaks it into the corner. Now it's Bigelow again, stealing puck, centering pass deflected, just wide of the net by Tommy Moore. Now they jam for it behind. And the puck controlled by the defenseman Hamlin. He flips it, Moore intercepts, centering pass, Jake Morris. His shot's knocked down, and the Indians move it out to center ice. Here comes Meade. Meade takes it across, just dumps it in the Massena zone. Aaron Barkley after it as Tommy Post throws a little check there to break things up. Here's Tommy Moore with it, circles back, feeds it along the line, and Meade steps in front of it. But Moore meets him, and the puck comes free. Tommy starts ahead to Jake. He's got a breakaway. Jake Morris breaks it on the goalie shot. Saved by goaltender Accardi. Puck comes free, and Bigelow couldn't quite come up with a rebound. And I think Jake Morris was telling somebody, I'd rather have a guy hanging on me than a breakaway. Now Massena dumps it, trying to connect on the pass. That'll be an icing call, and the faceoff will move back inside Massena territory. But with 7:21 left in the first period, the Raiders continue to play that good first period hockey.
I'll tell you can see why Pete Accardi is rated so highly. He just stoned Jake Morris. He made Jake make the first move, and I was keen on him. He really played it coolly. But a great pass from Tommy Moore to Jake Morris. Beautiful pass by Tommy Moore to start that play away.
Off the faceoff, a shot right off the faceoff by the centerman. I think that's Schermerhorn, and Hayes makes the save and holds on.
Jerry, that last goal is the fourth of the year. Joey Fauché at the 6:40 mark, unassisted.
Jason Jackson out there to take the draw against Bobby Merrill. Face off right side in the Massena zone. Merrill wins the draw, goes back to the point. Hamlin, his shot, he scores. I think that was deflected by Carpenter right in front.
Well, I'm not. It might have been Jerry, but I know goalie Todd Hayes was completely screened, and it was a great shot. The Raiders lost the draw, came right back to the point, and what was the number? I didn't pick up the number on the number 22, number 3, Tim Hamlin. A beautiful shot. He really reefed it from about 50, 55 feet out. It was through traffic and right up in the top corner, right up on the left-hand side above Todd Hayes' left shoulder. Great shot.
So that puts Glens Falls right back in the hockey game. That was their first good shot on net in the hockey game, and it's 2-1 for Massena. Jackson picks up the puck off the faceoff, drops it to Collins. Todd Collins from Massena circles back, trying to leave it for Jackson. Carpenter in there to jam for it. He and Jackson fight. The puck comes in the corner. It's still free. Jackson pokes at it. Finally, it's picked up by the Indians as they move it. Merrill loses Jackson. Here comes Jackson, breaking out of the zone. Jackson, a head man. A little bit too far, but Chris Cameron races in the corner after it. He's ridden into the boards. Jackson picks up the loose puck. Here's Jackson, stick handling it. Back to Collins. Collins winds. His shot blocked by a sprawling defenseman. and the whistle blows. There'll be a face-off as Merrill just jumped in front of Collins, and Collins wound up, and it gave him a chance to block it.
Good job by Bob Merrill blocking that shot. That goal wasn't touched, Jerry. Tim Hamlin's going to get the goal, the shot from the point, but Todd Hayes was definitely screened. Bob Merrill is going to pick up the assist, who won the draw cleanly back to Hamlin.
Fauché to take the face-off, and the whistle blows immediately. And I'm not sure what it blew for. Somebody probably moved on the face-off.
Mark of a good club. You can your opposition gets two quick ones on you. You come right back and pick one up of your own.
Off the face-off. McCracken with it bounces it off the glass into the Indian zone. Whitcup throws a check, trying to come up with a puck. Meade back there, and it's bounced the blue line and out to center ice. Jason Labarge drops it to Brian Levac. Levac steps across the blue line, flips it ahead for Fauché. Joey turns it around, looking for McCracken in the zone. Here's Scotty, steps by the check. His shot right on, rebound. Oh, hit the goal post. Bobby Whitcup almost had one as he hit the goal post. Now McCracken throws a check. Fauché comes up with a puck in the corner. Fauché now has it poked away, goes back to the blue line. Levac just flips to an open wing. Everybody was covered. Goes in the corner, Donahue, and Fauché after it. Donahue flips it around the boards. Levac pinching in, throws a check, and the puck comes free out to center ice. Labarge is there to Whitcup. Whitcup, head man of Fauché, right back in the zone again. Joey with it. Stick handles right across the middle. Bouncing puck. Whitcup can't keep it in, and it's back out to center ice to the Massena line. Aaron Barkley is there. Here's Aaron circling it. Headman pass to McCracken. He stops it at the blue line. Has it poked away. It comes back to Barkley at the Massena blue line. Here's Aaron with it, dropping it for post, but Hayes is going to have to play it. It bounces free. Here's the drive high over the net. That shot taken by Bob Merrill. Now McCracken ridden into the boards. McCracken comes away with a puck somehow. Pokes at it. Starts it ahead. McCracken trying to move it ahead to Morris as Massena in the middle of a line change. Jake stick handles out of trouble here and moves it ahead. Intercepted. Back in the zone. Poked right back out again. It slides in the Glens Falls zone. Now Massena gets the line change out there as Merrill comes back after it. Doesn't get it out. Here's Morris stealing it. Morris, side of the net. He just gets pretty well tied up by the defenseman Accardi. Now we've got a goalie and a defenseman, both named Accardi. And now back out to center ice. Here comes Glens Falls. And there's going to be a penalty on Tommy Moore as Massena touches the puck as he kind of mugged the forward for Glens Falls.
No question. Tommy Moore had the Glens Falls players really hog-tied coming back. He was hustling back checking, but he had him looped right up with arms and legs, and he dumped him just on the blue line, and referee Kenny Hunter was right there to make the call. Little things department, Jerry. Raiders are up 2-0. Jake Morris standing all alone, and who would better than Jake Morris? Accardi stopped him. Instead of being up 3-0 and taking Glens Falls completely out of the game, it's only 2-0. Back come the Indians, and it's a one-goal game.
Off the face, here's the shot. Hayes makes the save. It's cleared by Tommy Post rather than the corner. Moore's in the penalty box as Bigelow bangs it out to center ice. 2-1, Massena leads on the Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, about 4.5 left in the first period. Puck along the boards, Barkley just digging for it, has it poked away. Now Bigelow throws a check, picks up the puck, slides it out to center ice. Here's Biggs with it, breaking down 1-on-5. He finally gets poked, but Morris picks up the loose puck. Here comes Morris, stepping by the defense. Jake drops it, Post at the point. He shoots it. It's knocked wide, goes into the corner. Bigelow after it, centers to Morris, right in front, shots. Oh, just wide. I thought it was in.
So did I.
And the puck around. I stopped myself just in time, though. Puck back to the Massena line. Jake came very, very close to getting a shorthanded goal right there. Now the puck dumped along the glass into the Massena zone. Tommy Post with it. He drops it for Manning. Manning skates it ahead to Bigelow, and Bigelow dumps it down the ice. 29 seconds and counting left in the power play. We got the 7-11 combination out there, Fauché and McCracken now. And here come the Indians, moving it out. Oh, McCracken throws a check. Fauché picks up the loose puck, dumps it in the zone. McCracken has to clear, though, and Hamlin comes back for it. Here's Hamlin. Moving it out on the 45. Fauché trying to forecheck him. He does get it out. Merrill drops it back to the blue line. And the puck dumped, and McCracken steals the pass. With 3 seconds left, he whacks it down the ice, and Accardi has to make the save. Fauché racing in on him, picks up the puck in the corner. Fauché gets by the check as it poked away at the last second. 3 minutes remaining, and it's 2-1. Massena Jackson steals it in front. Jackson gets a shot, and it's just high as he got knocked off the puck, and just barely. Back to the point, kept in there by Fauché. He tries to slide it through the middle, but the Indians move it out to center ice. Their headman goes to the Massena line. across the blue line. It comes right in the slot. Here's the shot. The save made, and the puck cleared into the corner by Collins. Good save by Hayes. Collins, headman pass. Fauché, he turns it, looks, drops it back on the other side. Here comes Manning across the red line. He just backhands it into Glens Falls territory. In behind is Ryan Donahue. Donahue bounces it out to center ice. Hewlett fell down. Here comes Schermerhorn in the Massena zone. Uses a defenseman for a screen, but Levac blocked it. Here's Bryan with it. Moving it. Turning back the other way. Levac, now he hits Hewlett at the wing. Hewlett just backhand pass, a little one, but a nice one. Here comes Jackson, pokes it into the zone. Works on Donahue, takes it right by him. Oh, that was dandy. Here's Jackson behind the net. Goes back to the point. Levac fakes the shot. And Labarge, did he keep it in? No, he didn't. Offsides will be called on Massena.
Jerry, I think we're going to be in for an entertaining evening here. Just 1:56 left in this first period, and it's been an enjoyable first period. Two excellent hockey clubs out there. This Accardi is really tough in the nets, and Todd Hayes just made an outstanding save to keep this at a one-goal lead for the Raiders. The Glens Falls team worked a beautiful slot pass, and from about 35 feet out through traffic was labeled up to the top corner, and he was able to get the blocker up on it. Great save by Todd Hayes.
Jake Morris's line comes over the boards now. For the Massena Red Raiders, it'll be the Schermerhorn line for Glens Falls. Off the face-off, the puck comes to Tommy Moore, and he takes it in on the off wing. Trying to center it, just a little bit too far. Morris looks to stay with it. Now Moore goes to Bigelow, and he just couldn't control it. He goes after it, knocks Meade off the puck, though, backhands it to the red line. Dumped right back in the Massena zone. Tommy Post with it, side of the net. Post looks to bounce it to Bigelow. Bigelow hits Jake. Oh, he almost got him. That'll go down the ice for an icing call. Jake just barely missed it with a stick. He would have been away again.
But the main thing was the Raiders read it. Read what Glens Falls gave them. They had both of their defensemen. I don't know where they were. One on the right side, one on the left side. There was a gap of about 50 feet between them. And Jeff Bigelow read that, and so did Jake Morris. He broke to the open ice, and Jeff Bigelow recognized that through the pass up there just off the stick. But that's what, when you can recognize and read like that, you're doing the right thing.
Merrill will face off now against Fauché. In the Massena zone. Off the draw. Here's a quick shot. Is gloved by Hayes. He has to cover up. He kind of dropped it after he gloved it. But he does hold on for the face-off, and we'll do it again.
That's unusual to see the Raiders lose, especially Joey Fauché lose that one clean, and he did lose it clean. And the first Glens Falls goal was the Raiders got picked on the draw.
Face-off again, right side. In the Massena zone. Mel, now he throws the puck. This time it comes back to Hamlin at the point by way of McCracken. Back in the corner, Post with it. Flips it, passes to himself, kicks it ahead. He's pretty well tied up by the attacking forward. The puck comes free right in the slot, but Whitcup is there. Breaks it ahead to McCracken out to center ice. Here comes Scotty. McCracken takes it in the zone. Looking to drop it. Goes to Whitcup in the corner. Bobby with the puck in behind. Centering back to McCracken right in front. Shot. Save. Rebound. It's free. We have a whistle. What'd they blow the whistle for?
Lost sight of the puck, Jerry.
Okay.
Great save by Pete Accardi. But again, this line of Fauché, McCracken, and Bobby Whitcup with their tenacious forechecking, they've caused the Glens Falls Indians to turn the puck over on several occasions deep in their own end just through that great forechecking. And that time, that line came within a whisker of putting Massena up by 2. But a great save by Accardi. You notice he came way out of that crease, took everything away from the shooter.
Looked behind him, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
He looked behind himself. Okay, it's going to be O'Connor out there now against Fauché. Face off left side in Glens Falls territory. And we're still waiting for the drop of the puck. Referee looking. Now he goes back to the point. Tommy Post. He winds. His shot, glove save. Accardi. Whoa.
Again, he just oozes confidence. He's out, came out past the top of the crease area and just picked that one off. The Raiders won the draw. Back to Tommy Post. He got a nice shot off, but the key was there wasn't traffic in front, and
That's
you've
right.
got to screen that goaltender.
Accardi saw it all the way.
All the way, and he had it cold all the way.
2-1, Massena leads on the Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 51 seconds left in the first period. Jackson comes out to take the face-off. Wins the draw. Can't get the shot off, though. It pokes out to center ice. Here come the Indians into the zone. And they center it. Here's the shot, and it goes to the side of the net. I think Toddy Hayes got a piece of it. Here's a wraparound. Goes right across the goal mouth. Back to the point. Another shot in behind. And it's Todd Manning with it. feeding it out to center ice. Goes by everybody. Racing back after it is Chris Brown with 28 seconds and counting. Brown, his pass, Jackson. He has to wait for Hewlett, who's deep in the zone. Flips it to Cameron across the blue line. Offsides. Apparently, he didn't wait long enough.
I don't know if Coach Don Miller has recognized the matchups. He was getting mismatched, and that time had the Bobby Merrill line out against the Jason Jackson line, and that's a good matchup for him. He doesn't want to see Mark O'Connor out there against Jason Jackson's line. That was a mismatch. Okay.
Now Merrill will face off against Jake Morris with 21 seconds left in the period. Excuse me, that's Schermerhorn out there with Meade and Kenny. Off the face-off, Levac at the red line to Labarge. He dumps it in the zone. It whistles around behind. Tommy Moore can't catch up with it. Goes back to the point. Levac pokes it ahead, has it knocked away. Sits at the blue line. Here comes Jake with it. Jake shifts by one, by two, right in front. Shot. Oh, another big save. The rebound. They score. Tommy Moore on the rebound, and Massena goes ahead 3-0.
A great job. That time, Jeff Bigelow ran interference. He took the defenseman back out of the way, allowed Jake Morris to float right in. Jake had Accardi at his mercy, but Accardi made a great save. But he gave up the rebound, and Tommy Moore came floating in from the left side, and he just drilled it in behind Gabe Accardi and put the Raiders up by 2.
He made a great save on Morris.
Yes, he did.
Oh, boy.
And the key to that initially was that Jeff Bigelow running interference for him, clearing out that defense.
Off the face-off, just 3 seconds, 1 second, that's it. That'll take care of the first period. The Raiders have got to be happy with that first period.
Oh, boy, and that's a tough one. When you have a goal scored on you in the dying seconds like that in a 2-1 hockey game, it really hurts. We'll see if the Indians are going to be able to rebound. I'm sure they are. This is a fine young club out here, and that was a very entertaining first period.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you. Massena was flying out there, and Glens Falls came back, got the goal when they needed one to keep themselves into the hockey game, and so after one period of play, the Massena Red Raiders lead it on a score of 3-1. Our broadcast this evening is being brought to you by Reynolds Metals, St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, working together. Their quality shines through. By the A-Plus Mini Market, downtown Massena. A-Plus, a franchise of the Atlantic Refining and Marketing Corporation. By your friends at home.
This is what Coach Stan Moore and Tim Long wanted to do, match up this unit with the Bobby Merrill line. And
they're going to.
They're going to. Well, they have the last change, and I don't know if Coach Don Miller wants to match lines or not, but if he gets a mismatch and gets that Jason Jackson out with the Mark O'Connor line, he's going to be in for trouble.
We're ready for the face-off, I should say. And now they drop the puck, and off the face-off, it comes back right on, and Accardi has to make a save, but not one of the tougher ones he's had tonight. Puck along the boards out to center ice. Jason Labarge is there. For the Raiders, flips it ahead. Here's Fauché to McCracken across the blue line. He's going to drive one from way outside. Accardi gloved at it and missed it. Now the puck, Labarge in the corner, pokes it behind the net. After it is Whitcup, kind of falls down. In there is McCracken causing trouble. Centers it, right across the goal mouth. Now Fauché gets a stick on it. He pokes it into the corner, and it comes in behind the net. After it there, around the boards is Pirelli. Doesn't get it out Levac. His shot goes off a leg into the corner. McCracken picks it up. Here's McCracken stepping by the check. Centers Whitcup in behind the net. Whitcup looking to wrap. Centering pass right in front. And nobody could get a piece of it, but it was a beautiful pass. And now Glens Falls dumps it down the ice, and they wave off the icing. Somebody touched it on the way through. Here's Brian Levac now, starting out left side of his own net. Just bangs it off the boards out to center ice. Dumped right back in the zone. And up over the boards and off the ice surface, and we'll have a face-off just outside, I guess from where the pass originated by the red line.
What a plus for the Raiders. When you can have that Fauché line, the so-called third unit, come out, they not only neutralized that big line of Bobby Merrill, but they took the play to him, had all kinds of opportunities down there, and only a good job by Timmy Hanlon, who tied up, I think it was Scotty McCracken. When that puck came across the crease, he had him tied up really well.
Morris's line against Schermerhorn's line. Off the face-off, puck dumped into the Massena zone. Tommy Post after it. Post in the corner, flips it ahead, comes back to the point, but not out. Donahue just dumps it in the corner. I don't know if that was meant as a shot or not. Tommy Post ahead to Bigelow. Bigelow at the blue line, looking for Morris. Oh, he almost got him again. No, they waved the icing off. Morris digging in after it in the corner, but it's picked up by Dan Kenny. Kenny's headman pass goes to Schermerhorn. Schermerhorn, that's Meade rather, dumps it just across the blue line. Tommy Moore picks it up. Looking to headman. It goes behind Morris, but does get out, back in. And that should have been an offsides. The puck comes in behind the net, Aaron Barkley. Barkley rips it out to center ice. O'Donohue back in the zone. Now that's going to be an offsides. They're going to call it an intentional off. because they caught the Glens Falls forward way back by the red line, and the faceoff will move all the way back in Indians territory.
Little things department. Puck went across the crease into the corner, and the Glens Falls forward cutting across the crease. Well, number 2, Aaron Barkley, gave him a little tap, made him work harder getting through there, and just let him know that, hey, buddy, when you come in this area, get expected to get drilled. This is what you have to do.
They're going right back with a Merrill line against Jackson's line. Okay, they're not going to come out with that third unit. Here's Chris Cameron, gets knocked down. Hewlett in behind the net digging for it. The puck kicks free. Back after it is Matt Carpenter. Whips it around the boards, kept in at the point. Jackson, comes back out again, and he backhands it. They delay the offsides call, and it's controlled by the Indians. Back to the blue line. It bounces to center ice. Here comes Pirelli. Across the blue line. His shot is deflected up into the screen behind the net, and we'll have a face-off, probably top of the circle inside the Massena zone.
Another additional twist that the Raiders are using tonight, 3 sets of defensemen, Jerry. Instead of going with just the 5, they're going with 6. Todd Manning and Todd Collins are teaming up as a unit. So that's a new twist.
Faucher's line right back out there against the Merrill line. Massena completely 3 lines.
Yep. See, but last change again. See, he wants to match that line up there.
Off the face-off, puck comes in behind the net to Jason Labarge. He just rides it around the boards for McCracken. McCracken's got Pirelli on him, flips it to Faucher. Joey can't get it quite out of the zone. It's dumped into the corner by the Indians. Labarge again goes around to Levac. Here comes Brian. He looks, head man racing, but there's a man coming off the bench that stops it and flips it back into the Massena zone. Levac is there to take it in the corner. He's ridden to the boards. Whitcup flips it, doesn't quite get it out. Dump back in the corner. Bobby over skates, has to circle. Pokes it, trying to poke it by. Comes to Faucher. Back to the blue line, but not out. There's a backhander into the corner by Pirelli. Pirelli racing in after it, feeds it in behind the net. They attempt the wraparound, puck side, and it's in the net. And somehow, John Pirelli poked that past Todd Hayes, and I don't know how he got it past him, but he did. He beat him on the post side, and I thought Hayes had it covered.
Yes, he did beat him on the post side up high, and John Pirelli danced out of the corner. There were a lot of white shirts out there. I don't know how he got out, but he did. He muscled his way out, and I don't know. Todd Hayes was on the short side up tight, but John Pirelli put it up high. It might have deflected off Todd Hayes' stick. He might have had the blade of his stick angle, and it seemed to shoot up high up into the top corner. And the Indians are right back in here. This is going to go right down to the wire, Jerry.
That's for sure. On the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, Massena leads 3-2 with 12:06 left in the second period. Off the face-off, the puck comes to Barkley. Barkley's head man, Bigelow. Bigelow into the zone. Here comes Biggs. Gets ridden out of the play. Puck back to the point. Did he keep it in? Yes, he did. That's Posty doing a good job there. Back to the circle. Donahue moves it out to center ice. Headman pass there, and it's flipped into the zone and in behind the net. Now racing after it there is Kenny. Kenny, there's going to be a penalty. Massena touched it. They didn't blow the whistle. The puck bounces free in front. Here's the shot. Right by the goal mouth, and Massena, did they touch it? They still haven't touched it. Now they do.
He's claiming he didn't have control. It's going to go as Massena, and Mel Tomalti didn't blow the whistle. Yeah, he's. It looks like Tommy Post is going to get the gate. The Raiders, if they would have scored in that last series, I would have. It was offside, actually. The puck did come out. The referee missed it. He was standing on the play, but he did. It came out about 6 inches, Jerry.
Okay. So now Massena will be killing a penalty as they come out with Jake Morris and Jeff Bigelow, Aaron Barkley, and Todd Collins. So Post picks up a hit from behind call, and Merrill's line comes back out. Merrill, Carpenter, and Pirelli. Back to the point. Hamlin, his drive, he fired it wide that time. Wasn't even close, actually. Back to the other point. It's Accardi. Accardi flips it right into the middle, bounced into the corner, and dumped down the ice by the Raiders. Back after it is defenseman Accardi. His headman goes to Jake Morris. Morris drops it to Collins. Todd just flips it ahead, doesn't get it out of the zone, and the puck comes back in the corner. After it there is Pirelli. Pirelli looks to center it. Side of the net. Behind the net, it's Bobby Merrill. Merrill, Carpenter, his shot. Hayes makes the save. Bouncing puck back to the blue line. Hamlin keeps it in. Goes into the corner now. Inside of that, Merrill trying to center it. It goes into the slot. Here's the shot. Goes wide in the corner. Racing after Collins, and he just tomahawks it up into the stands. And with 45 seconds left in the power play, the Indians are are pressing here.
Boy, they came close again. Number 5, Matt Carpenter, in tight, probably about 12 feet. He fired a shot, a wrist shot, and he got it up high. It jumped up in a hurry, and it got Todd Hayes off the left shoulder. Todd made the save, but I know he felt that one. And I don't know how Carpenter got it up so quick and so fast, but very close to scoring another goal.
Off the face-off, we got McCracken out there with Fauché. Back to the point, Accardi flips in the corner. Control back to Accardi at the point. Looking, he's going to shoot it. Through traffic, deflects into the corner. Now it's Pirelli again. Back to Accardi at the point. His shot knocked down by Fauché. Puck in the corner, and Merrill's going to pick it up there. Bounces it back. Accardi, he winds it, and it goes wide. Now Levac after it. He looks, dumps it. Did Hamlin keep it in? No, it comes out to center ice. Accardi back into the Massena zone. Levac flips it over on the other side, and Labarge just lifts it into the Glens Falls zone. Now it's Fauché jamming for it along the boards. He takes a whack at it. Carpenter is there. It goes into Fauché, who's down on the ice, and the whistle blows, and that'll take care of the power play. So some initial good chances, but the last 30 seconds or so, Massena controlled the puck on the penalty-killing situation.
That second goal for the Indians at the 2:54 mark. Number 35, John Pirelli, picking up the goal, and Matt Carpenter picking up the assist. 3-2. We've got 10:02 left in the second period. Massena up by 1.
Schermerhorn's line out there now against the Jackson line. We have yet to see O'Connor's line this period.
This is the luxury of having 3 lines and the hole in the bucket, so to speak, when you only have 2.
Off the face-off, the puck comes to the blue line. Here's Jackson now. Starts it back across. Has it taken away by Kenny. Kenny loses it, gets it back again, ahead to Meade. Meade just dumps it in Massena's zone. Collins back out to center ice. Dump back in the zone. We got an off. Well, did he touch it? Apparently not. Jackson circles right in front of his own net. He almost lost it, but now it's poked to the blue line. To Jackson. Jackson overskates, poked away from him, and back the other way comes Glens Falls. Whoa! Kenny way ahead of the play that time. And they call the offsides. I'm sure they missed one just before that, didn't they?
Yes, they did. But again, Jason Jackson, as good as he is with a puck, but I'll tell you, if he did that too many times, I'm sure Coach Stan Moore, not only would his hair turn gray, it would fall out. He came right out in front and with about 2 or 3 forecheckers there, and they poked the puck off his stick, and it almost went in the far side. Woo!
Schermerhorn will face off against Morris now. Off the draw, the puck comes to Barkley. Barkley drops it over on the other side for Post. Headman to Bigelow, gets by him, and back to the Massena line. Goes bouncing in the corner. Hayes is going to poke it. Here's Meade looking to center. It's knocked away by Tommy Moore. And out to center ice, Bigelow feeds Morris. Jake steps by. He gets knocked off the puck. Tommy Moore chases it in the corner. Here's Moore with it. He gets tied up by Hamlin. Now Jake Morris in there digging for it. Morris skates out of the fray. Dumps it back in the corner. Hamlin whacks at it, trying to move it along the boards. It comes to Tommy Post at the point. He just shovels it right across the goal mouth. Now Bigelow, or Tommy Moore rather, in the corner, trying to come up with it. He gets knocked down. The puck comes free. Jake Morris. Jake flips it to the blue line. It comes out to center ice. He waits, circles, drops it back to Barkley at the Massena line. Barkley turns it around, can't get it out of the zone. Now he does. He feeds Bigelow. Bigelow breaks in on the right wing side, takes it right through the middle, and it gets hauled down. And the crowd calling for a penalty, but there is none. Bigelow comes back up with the puck, trying to shovel it by. It's knocked out of his hands by Chris Brown and kept in again by Bigelow. Along the boards, Tommy Moore flips it in behind the net. Now Massena making a line change as Fauché comes out, and the defenseman loses the puck behind, but he does manage to come up with it, rides it around the boards, and Barkley picks it up outside. Barkley's drop pass. In the Massena zone, poked away, Tommy Moore, and in behind the net is Barkley. We have a whistle. I think we're going to have a too many men.
I think we are also. Mel Tumulty's making a call, and it's going to go against Glens Falls, I'm sure. Yes, too many men.
Yeah. And it was right in front of Mel. He was right there.
Yes.
So Massena will get a chance to have a power play here for the first time tonight.
The Raiders and any team, if you want to be successful, they get that good forechecking, make the defense pay the price, and they're doing a good job putting pressure on this Glens Falls defensive team. They're right in on top. They're finishing their checks, and you notice now the Glens Falls defensemen, they start to look. When they cut the puck, they're looking up. They hear those footsteps. This is what you want to do.
Schermerhorn's going to serve the penalty. Massena goes on the power play. Fauché out there with Hewlett and McCracken. This is a new combination. Off the face, we got Jackson at the point along with Levac. Here comes Jason to McCracken. McCracken just dumps it deep in Glens Falls territory. Ridden around the boards. Takes a real weird bounce. I guess it went up off the ice surface and back on again. And so we're going to have a face-off.
I'm sure his thinking here, he keeps that unit, Jackson unit, three of them playing together, but also Hewlett is a little bigger than Bobby Whitcup, and when he planks himself in front of the net, he's out there to park himself right in front of Gabe Arcady. He takes up a lot of space.
Don Miller, the coach, unhappy with that call. It went up off the ice surface, and that's the reason they made the call. And it was hit by Glens Falls player last, so the faceoff should be in Glens Falls zone.
He's upset about the penalty before that, Jerry, too.
Oh, is he still? Yep. Okay. And the Indians fired up into the Massena bench.
He's yelling about that last call with the faceoff, but I think down deep he's really upset about the too many men on the ice. Sometimes, there's a certain amount of latitude they'll give you on a change, and he felt that possibly Mel Tamalti didn't give him that enough latitude.
Off the face-off, back to the point. Jason Jackson rides it over on the other side. It comes out to center ice. And Levac has to come back for it. Flips it ahead to Joey Fauché. Fauché feeds Jackson. Here's Jackson stepping by the check. Jackson takes it across in the corner. Jackson knocked down, stays with it. Now Hewlett. Hewlett rides it behind from McCracken. Scotty with the puck now. Looking to go back to the point to Jackson. Jackson gets by the check again. Flips it to Hewlett. Hewlett trying to center it. It goes to Fauché in the corner. Joey skates into the circle. Knocked down in the shot and the save made. And the Indians move it out to center ice, dump it down the ice. And we're down about 30 seconds left in the penalty. Here comes Jason Jackson after it. He kind of overskates, but that leaves it free for Levac. And Levac starts it back. Flipping it ahead to Hewlett by way of McCracken. Hewlett takes it in the corner. Stops there. Here's Hewlett. Back to the point. Jackson, did he keep it in? No, he didn't. As the Glens Falls player tipped it. Fauché, offsides. He played the puck on the offside. And we'll have a whistle with 12 seconds left in the power play. And a 3-2 Massena lead on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard with 6:48 remaining in period number 2.
Nice job by defenseman Pete Accardi, and I'm to help out his brother Gabe, who's playing in the pipes, tied up the Raider in front. This is what you want to do. Let the goaltender clear the puck. You tie up the guy in front. No damage can be done that way.
Jake will take the faceoff off the draw. Comes to Labarge, who rides it into the zone. Around the boards it comes. Bigelow pinching in, going after it. Meade comes back. The puck kicks back to the point. Tommy Post with it. Post, drop pass, knocked away, gets it back again. Post winds up, quick shot is deflected up into the wall, and that'll take care of the penalty.
That was about a 35-footer. Jerry, what do you think? Maybe 34. Nice mark up behind the clock.
Yeah, I guess so. So that'll take care of the power play. Massena still holding on to the 3-2 lead with 6.5 remaining in the second period.
Excellent hockey game.
Faceoff will be just inside Glens Falls territory.
And Jason Labarge telling his teammate to step back off the line. We don't have all 5 inside.
Off the faceoff, Labarge circles, flips it ahead, knocked down, dump back. Bigelow loses it, and Kenny dumps it in the Massena zone. Tommy Post back after it. He overskates it behind the net. Now he comes up with it in behind, jamming for it along with Kenny. And Kenny trying to kick it free. He does. He gets it to Meade. Meade trying to center. It goes right inside of the net. And it goes just wide. And Post clears it in behind. Now the puck controlled again by Meade. Looks to center. Puck into the corner. Tommy Post waved at it. Puck comes free in front again. Back to the point. And out to center ice. Bouncing around. Delay offsides called. Post with the puck. Flips it ahead. Bigelow feeds Jake Morris. Here's Morris across the blue line to Tommy Moore. More shot. And the save made again by goaltender Carty. Bigelow picks up the rebound, goes back to the point. Collins winds up. His shot goes off a body, comes to Manning. He tees it up. His shot rockets over the net. And Jake picks up the puck along the boards. He gets tied up just a little bit, but stays with it. Here's Jake jamming for it. Goes to Bigelow. Side of the net. Shot. Save. Rebound to Manning. Manning winds up. His shot goes off a leg. And the puck comes to Bigelow and out to center ice all the way back in the Massena zone. And back after it is Collins. Collins starts out now. Head man to Tommy Moore. Moore flips it ahead into the Glens Falls zone. They just clear it out to center ice, and it comes to Manning at the Massena line. Manning's pass goes off a leg. Up along the boards, picked up by Whitcup. Whitcup backhands it in the zone. Racing after it there is Hamlin along with McCracken. They both get tied up. Whitcup gets a piece of it. It kicks free. McCracken stays with it. Flips it to Whitcup. Whitcup takes it over on the other side. Here's Bobby with it. Back to Manning at the point. He tees it up. His shot, it wasn't really a shot, goes up over the glass and into the wall, and we'll have a face-off outside Glens Falls territory. 4:34 left in period number 2. And on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, Massena leads it still 3-2.
Back and forth, that line of Kevin Shimmerhorn, Danny Kenny, and Jeff Mead had the Raiders tied up for about 30 seconds on their own end. The play shifted up the other way, and Jake Morris and Tommy Moore and Jeff Bigelow hemmed the Indians in. So it's back and forth, give and take. Good job out there occupying that area in front of Gabe Accardi by Tommy Moore. He takes up a lot of space in front of that goaltender. He's tough to move out of there.
Merrill against Fauché, just inside Glens Falls zone. Off the draw, bouncing puck, and McCracken tried to control it. It comes out to center ice. Here comes Jason Labarge, bounce pass to Whitcup, and it goes by him into the zone. Here comes Fauché, racing for it, and he almost came up with it. Comes in behind the net, he steals it. Here's Fauché looking to center. Puck cleared along the boards, back, and it's Whitcup. Now Labarge pinches in, flips it in the corner to Fauché. Fauché gets tied up, tries to stay with it. He looks in the corner, kicked up, stays with it. Finally, it's taken away and flipped out to center ice. And down the ice it goes. Not going to go far enough for icing. Here's Labarge in behind his own net. Labarge drop pass. Goes to Levac. Levac. Headman pass to Whitcup. Whitcup looking for McCracken. Breaking it. Goes by him. That'll be an icing call against Massena.
But again, Jerry, you said it, the key was looking for McCracken. And McCracken broke. He saw Whitcup with the puck. He broke. He did what he was supposed to do. And Bobby Whitcup did what he was supposed to do. He looked and he found him. He didn't connect with the pass, but he had the right intentions. And this is what coaches love to see, when they're looking for each other and you're breaking to that open ice. Good job.
Face off right side in the Massena zone. It's going to be Schermerhorn's line against the Jackson line. Off the draw, puck comes in behind the net. Tommy Post overskates it, but Jackson is there to pick up the puck. Jackson loses it in behind. They try to center it. It's still on the side of the net. Now it bounces free, and Jackson looking to move it out to Hewlett. Hewlett lets it go to center ice. Now he pokes it ahead. Dumped right back to the Massena line. In the zone, Hayes is going to come out to play it into the boards. Now it's picked up there, and the shot saved by Hayes. Rebound picked up by Jackson. Hayes almost got caught out of his net. Here comes headman to Cameron. Chris makes the move, cuts across the grain. Here's Chris Cameron, right in front. Jackson, score! What a pass by Cameron, huh?
I'll tell you, we'll just let the crowd noise. I mean, that was so pretty. I don't know if I can describe it. It was just a beautiful play. Jason Jackson started in his own end, hit Chris Cameron in neutral zone. Chris gained the offensive zone. The Indian defense sagged in. Jason Jackson and Mike Hewlett went to the net. And Chris Cameron cut to his right, cut in around, come right down the middle, could have shot. He pulled everybody over with him, found Jason Jackson parked off to the right of Gabe Arcade. Slid it over, and he just into the empty net. It was beautiful.
It was a pretty goal. Off the faceoff, back in the Massena zone, back out again. Pirelli, he's got to wait for his wings. Now he flips it. Tommy Post in behind the net. Post with a puck now. Rides it around the boards for Cameron. The pass was too far, but Jackson is there to cover up again. Jason circles in behind his own net. Here's Jackson. Pass to Cameron. Chris starts it down. Has it poked away. Here's Jackson. Jackson takes it across. Here comes Jason. Takes it right in front. Shot. Oh, hits the crossbar. Oh, my goodness. And the puck poked out to center ice. Aaron Barkley is there. Jackson was looking for the trick, and he hit the crossbar. Right back in the zone it goes. In behind the net. Racing for it is Hamlin. Hamlin moves it out to center ice. Aaron Barkley dumps. Massena gets onside. And the puck comes in behind. Pirelli stops it. Moves it to the blue line. Out to center ice. Comes off a leg. Jake Morris trying to come up with it right in front of his own bench. Has it poked away. Finally, it's Bigelow. Bigelow, all arms and legs, has it taken away. Pirelli back the other way. Breaks in, makes the stick handle move. Has it poked by Collins in the corner. Oh, Collins, nice check. Puck along the boards. Bigelow back checking. Looks to pick it up. It kicks free. Jake Morris. He just poke checks it ahead to Bigelow. We got a 3-on-1. Here's Bigelow with Morris breaking in. Feeds Morris right in front. Shot, score! Jake Morris! Oh, another beautiful goal.
Oh, it's hard to describe these last two goals, but that was a mistake on the Indians' part. The left defenseman pinched down. They tipped the puck. Jeff Bigelow tipped the puck by him, created a 2-on-1, and then hard-charging Tommy Moore caught up with him. They had a 3-on-1, and Jeff Bigelow drew the defenseman to it, laid it over to Jake, who went in alone from about the dot. He was to the right of Gabe Arcady. He cut in, looked him right in the eye, gave him a little fake, gave him the backhand, forehand, drew it to the backhand, had the empty net. Beautiful goal.
Oh, boy. You know how that started? Jake Morris, the poke check ahead to Bigelow.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, the defenseman, it started with, and a mistake on the defenseman. He pinched down, he gambled, he lost, and they paid the price.
Off the face-off, Tommy Moore turns it around. Looks to Headman, gets it knocked down, stays with it, digs for it. Finally, it's poked away. Here come the Indians back across. Oh, hey, they break free. Here's the puck in front. Manning, and he broke it up. It was a 2-on-1, and Manning, I don't think he meant to, or he meant to, but I don't know if he knew he had it, but he broke it up. Anyway, the puck right side of the net goes, I think Hayes got a piece of that, crossing pass, and Bigelow starts it back the other way. Here's Jake Morris. Morris takes it across, trying to bust by the defenseman into the corner. Jake with it, looks behind. Back to the point, Manning. Manning goes over on the other side. Oh, nice job by Collins to keep it in. Here's a puck right in front of the net. They jam at it. Oh, good cover by goaltender Arcardi. And there's a penalty on, I believe, Glens Falls on the play.
Yes, it is. It was a delayed call, and there was so much traffic in front of Arcardi that they just hogtied Jeff Bigelow. I'm not sure. It's one of the defensemen is going to get the gate. But back at the other end, the Raiders dodged a bullet. Jeff Meade put a move on Todd Collins. Todd made that cardinal mistake of playing the puck and not the man. Looked down, and Meade was around him. I think, is it Mr. Meade that's going to get the gate here? I'm not sure. It'll pick up the...
Yep, sure is.
It is Jeff Meade, and I said a defenseman, but it's a left wing. But he was parked in front. It was just so much traffic, he upended the Raider player in front. But, boy, the Raiders have picked it up a notch here in the last several minutes.
On the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, Massena leads at 5-2 with 1:15 left in the period, number 2, and it's a power play for the Raiders. And let's see here. We're going to have Merrill out there to take the face-off. Back to the point. Jackson winds up his shot. Oh, just wide. Accardi looked behind him, and that was just wide. In behind, Hewlett in the corner, right side. Hewlett getting tied up by the defenseman, tries to come away with it, kicks it free to Fauché. Here's Fauché back to Hewlett. Hewlett right side in the corner. Hewlett now just loses it. Accardi, the defenseman, rides it around the boards. Jackson trying to step in front of it. He does. Feeds it to Hewlett. Hewlett circling. Rides it around behind for Fauché behind the net. Fauché takes it out of the corner. Here's Fauché in the slot. Centering pass. Jackson shot. Score! Jason with a hat trick.
A great pass from Joey Fauché, but I'll tell you, Scotty McCracken, again, the unsung hero, he won't get an assist on it, but he took up a spot in front of Gabe Arcady, and that Indian defenseman spent all his time, all his energy trying to move him under there. Was so preoccupied with Scotty McCracken. Joey Fauché danced out from behind the net, came circling out to about the dot to the left of Gabe Arcady, cut in a little bit, then he found Jason Jackson parked over in his favorite spot just off the circle. He slid it to him, and Jason didn't make any mistake.
But did you notice how Jackson stopped it with a skate? Boom, in the net it was. Beautiful goal, and a power play goal, too, which is important for Massena to get that power play working again.
If Walter gets that down here and gets it back to me, we'll get the official announcement. These last three, that was at the 14:20 mark, 14:21 mark, his 19th of the year. Jason Jackson from Joey Fauché and Mike Hewlett, but Scotty McCracken he'll pick up a coach's assist on that one. And the one prior to that, Jake Morris, is 24th from Tommy Moore and Jeff Bigelow at the 13:04. And 11, we're going backwards now. 11:43, Jason Jackson from Chris Cameron and Mike Hewlett.
Off the face-off, here comes McCracken. He gets knocked down. Puck comes to Fauché. Tries to ride it in the boards. They jam McCracken. Circles. Here's McCracken looking to drop. Comes out to center ice. We got a 2-on-1 the other way. Pirelli into the zone. His shot, and he fired it wide. Puck rides around the boards. Barkley trying to move it out, gets it ahead to Fauché. Joey's pass intercepted, but McCracken is there to cover it up and send it back out to center ice. Puck bounces around, got an offsides. The Merrill tried to clear it in the zone, but Pirelli was coming out. He hit Pirelli with a shot, and with 13 seconds left, the faceoff will be just outside the zone. Massena got caught that time a little bit at 2-on-1.
I'll tell you, the UPS line they were delivering out here just a second ago, they were delivering some hard checks.
Well, they're not afraid to use the body, I've noticed.
Oh, boy. In fact, I think they relish it sometimes.
Okay. Fauché will face off against Merrill with 13 seconds. Off the draw, bouncing puck, McCracken. He takes it out of trouble. Gets it to Fauché, back to McCracken. Has it poked away. Barkley bangs at it. In the zone it goes. We have a whistle. They're going to call an icing, and that was a good call because Fauché was about 4 steps on his side of the red line when he dumped it.
Coach Stan Moore takes exception, but I agree with you. I think it was an icing call. One of those debatable ones, another stride, he would have been there. And sometimes in certain games they'll let that one go. But Mel Tomalti said, not tonight.
Not tonight. Okay, we're going to have Jake Morris coming out to take the faceoff. 4 seconds left in period number 2. And on the Peach Jeweler scoreboard, Massena leads it on a score of 6-2. Carpenter will be out there to take the draw for the Indians.
3 goals in a little under 3 minutes have kind of blitzkrieged the Indians here late in the second period.
Okay. Of course, they're going to pull the goalie and get that extra attacker out there.
Good move.
Jake would have to shoot it from the face-off, I think, to get it down there. I don't even think that's possible.
Let's see who's on the draw. Number 5, Jeff Mead is taking the draw. They haven't got big...
Off the face-off, the puck dumped to center ice, and that'll take care of it as Jake won the face-off.
That's right. It's doesn't matter now. Jake stymied the best laid plans, but that was a good move by Coach Don Miller, pulling his goaltender with 4 seconds and had nothing to lose.
You know, that's I got to give the Raiders credit because Glens Falls had come back in the second period. They got the second goal. They had some good chances, but then all of a sudden it was like a switch got turned on. And Massena started buzzing back, and bang, 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 3 right in a row, and it's 6-2.
Well, it was exactly right, Jerry. Late in that.
Far right, the far end goal, as you enter the arena from the lobby, and it'll be Todd Hayes in the goal to our left, the lobby end goal, as we get ready to start period number 3. As we mentioned before, Seton Catholic won the first game over the team from Milton, Ontario, on a score of 10-2, and that one actually, it's kind of funny. That game was 1-1 after 1, but Seton came up with. I think 7 or 8 goals in the second period to blow it open, and then the third period, they got a couple more.
But, well, this one was 3-2, Jerry, very close until a span of 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Late in that second period, the Raiders blew it open with 3 quick ones, so it's closer than a 6-2 game.
I would say so, yeah. This team from Glens Falls is a good hockey team, and I can see why they're rated number 1 in Division 2. They've got an excellent team. I'm sure they would give Salmon or St. Lawrence all they could handle.
Yes, they just don't have the depth here tonight. He went with 2 lines the majority of that second period, and towards the end, it really caught up to him.
In fact, I think he went with 2 lines the entire second period. I don't remember seeing that third line at all.
I don't either.
Off the faceoff, Fauché out there against Merrill. It comes to the Massena line. And it's Levac. Headman goes by everybody. It's intercepted there by the defenseman Hamlin. Flips to the Massena line. Levac again. Picks it up. His headman knocked down. Jason Labarge drops it to Levac. Levac heads it out to center ice. Knocked back in the zone. We got a delay off sides. Here's Labarge with it. Looks up. Looks for the wing. He hits McCracken with it. Scotty drops it back to Levac. Goes to Labarge. And Labarge steps across the red line and drills it down the ice in Indians territory. Whitcup going after McCracken, pokes it in the corner, and it's dumped out to center right. Well, it didn't quite get out as Levac did a good job to keep it in. Now Whitcup tomahawks it right on, and the save made by Carty. Around the boards it comes again out to center ice. Whitcup is there, dumping it ahead. Fauché can't come up with it. Here's Carpenter across the blue line, but he ran into his own guy, and Levac comes up with a puck. He rides it around the boards. Merrill tries to keep it in. Whitcup flips it ahead, and it's Fauché out to center ice, knocked away from him. And back it comes to the red line, bouncing around in the zone. Mead is after it there, or Carpenter, I should say, has it poked away, and here comes Labarge with it. Labarge moving it up on the wing. It goes all the way out to center ice, and the Indians started back the other way. They flip it in the zone to lay off sides as Labarge knocks it down. Labarge goes to Levac. He loses it in his skates, gets tied up in the corner by, Kenny. And where's the puck? It's still free. Kenny kicks it aside. Levac stays with him. It's poked away. Labarge comes up here. That's Jackson. Jackson flips it around the boards. Doesn't get it out. It's flipped into the corner. Jackson again. He circles back. Here comes Jackson with it. Starting to move it ahead. And he comes out to center ice. Here's Jason Jackson. Taking it across. Just slides it by into the zone, gets a piece of it, knocked down, and the Indians are going to try to move it back out again as they just dump it into the Massena zone. Hayes stops it behind the net, leaves it for Tommy Post. Post comes by a check, tries to move it ahead. He gets it. Does he get it to the blue line? He does, out to center ice to Chris Cameron. Here's Cameron turning by the D. Here's Cameron turning on the Jets. Takes it by in the corner. Right in front, shot. Oh, Jackson missed that time. Another unbelievable feed by Cameron, and Jackson missed the open net. Here's Posty keeping it in at the point. Knocked away from him, out to center ice. Knocked down by Hewlett. Hewlett's pass intercepted at the red line, and Merrill turns it back the other way. Here's Merrill across the blue line, dipsy-doodling into the corner, poked away. He tries to move it back. They jam at it. Jackson's got Cameron and Hewlett. 3-on-2. Goes to Cameron in the corner now. Chris looking to center. He gets ridden into the boards. Stays with the puck. Has it poked away. Goes riding around the boards. And out to the blue line. Post pinches in. He keeps it in. Cameron, nice play. Here's Cameron right in front of Jackson. And Jackson couldn't get the shot off, but he comes up with the puck in the corner. Drops it to Cameron. Here's Chris Cameron. Ridden out of the play. The puck sits in the slot. Poked away and out to center ice. Now back the other way is John Pirelli. Gets by one. Here's Pirelli. Backhander fires it wide. Cameron in the corner now, picking it up. Trying to leave it to Barkley. Barkley has it poked away. It comes to Post right in front of the net. Tommy Post takes it across the red line. He's going to shoot it from there. It's gloved by Accardi, and he leaves it side of the net for Pete Accardi. Back to the blue line out to center ice. Jake Morris with it. Here's Morris turning it around. Flips it ahead for Tommy Moore. Moore looks, sees Bigelow. Takes it across. Bigelow feeds in butt. Oh, Morris all by himself. Shot. Score! Jake Morris picks up his second goal as he deked the goaltender, Accardi, and put it right through his legs.
Beautiful three-way passing play. Tommy Moore, Jeff Bigelow, and Jake Morris. Tommy Moore got the pass from Jake Morris, fed it in the neutral zone just outside the blue line to Jeff Bigelow, who gained the zone on the right wing, turned into his forehand. Jake Morris broke in behind the tired Indian defense, and Jeff Bigelow threaded the pass through and found Jake, and Jake walked in. He was stymied twice before by Accardi, but not that time. He gave him a fake and put it right between the legs and the 5-hole.
Manning now steps by the check. He flips it inside Glens Falls territory. Jake Morris behind for Bigelow, side of the net, can't get the shot off. Bouncing puck, and here comes Glens Falls back the other way. Taking it across, here's a shot from center ice. Hayes is going to glove it. He decides to hold on for the faceoff. We're down to 11:05 remaining to play in the third period. On the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Massena leads 7-2.
That long bus ride up from the Glens Falls area and trying to skate two lines is really telling on the Indians. That goal at the 3:38 mark is 25th of the year. Jake Morris on a beautiful three-way passing play. Jeff Bigelow and Tommy Moore picking up the assist.
Okay, it's going to be Schermerhorn now against Fauché. Glens Falls continues to go with two lines. Off the draw, Levac in behind. He rides it, takes it around the board, starts out. Backhand pass goes to McCracken. Scotty's headman, a Whitcomb. Oh, just by him. Now back to the Massena line. Here comes O'Connor. He's going to shoot from center ice. Hayes uses the blocker to kick it into the corner. Labarge around to Levac. Levac right back to Labarge. It goes all the way to Whitcup. Whitcup in the corner, being forechecked by O'Connor. Drops it for Labarge. Labarge is going to go around to Levac. And Levac ahead to McCracken, ahead to Whitcup. Whitcup racing in the corner. Now he's got Fauché breaking for the net, feeds it to Fauché. Joey turns around the shot, and the save made. Bouncing puck back to the point. And it's picked up there by the defenseman, Accardi. He flips it out to center ice. Headman pass comes just inside the Massena zone. McCracken is there. Long headman intercepted, and Carpenter comes across. He's tied up, and Levac throws the check. The puck comes free. And it goes into the corner. Glens Falls calling for a penalty, none to be had. Now around the boards, it's McCracken trying to bounce it through Pirelli. The puck comes through. Oh, Levac just threw a wicked check on Pirelli. Puck comes kicking behind. Carpenter tries to center it. McCracken rides it around the boards, and it comes out to center ice as Ryan Donahue couldn't get over there fast enough. These boys are tired, I think. He feeds it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Glens Falls. And the faceoff will move back in Indian territory. They're just staggering out there right now.
Yes, they are. Their captain, nice left winger Matt Carpenter. That time I was watching him. The puck went in the corner, and he was just dog-tired. Normally in the first period and a half, he was really busting in there. That time, and he's still out there. It's not the coach is not taking him out, but he's dog-tired.
Merrill will face off against Jackson as Massena puts fresh troops out there. Face off right side in the zone. Off the draw, it comes in behind. Bounced by Donahue to the blue line. Jackson turns it, has it poked away, bounces just outside, and here comes breaking in Pirelli. John's sharp angle shot is wide. Whistles around the boards, back to the point, controlled by Jackson. Here comes Jason now. Starts for Cameron. Chris takes it across. He's got Hewlett busting for the net. Takes by the D. Chris in front. Shot. Oh, he fired it just wide. Cameron stays after the rebound. Goes back to post. He can't. And Glens Falls is going to flip it down the ice. Another icing call against the Indians. You're going to see a lot more icing as this game progresses. 9:08 remaining in the third period. And on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, it's Massena 7 and Glens Falls 2.
Chris Cameron with a multitude of great moves. He came out of the corner that time, actually about the top of the circle, and he just muscled by Ryan Donahue and came right out in front, and it was one-on-one with he and Gabe Arcardi, and Chris just fired it wide on the glove side.
Off the face-off, back to Collins. He's going to shovel it. He hit Jake Morris in the back of the leg with that. Back in the corner, Bigelow after it. Morris back to Collins at the point. He backhands it. Bigelow digs after it in the corner, feeds Tommy Moore. Tommy can't get the shot off, gets knocked down. Big stays with it. Here's Bigelow, stick handling by the blue line, drops to Collins. Collins winds his shot right on, and the save made as the puck goes off Accardi's stick and up over the glass, and we'll have a face-off inside Glens Falls territory.
Tenacious forechecking. You've got those two rocks on, Tommy Moore and Jeff Bigelow, tough as rocks, and they're just brutalizing the Indian defense, and then Jake Moore just as smooth, and he darts in and out and picks that puck up. At that time, Jeff Bigelow did a great job, fed it back to Todd Collins at the point. A lot of traffic in front, and Todd got off a nice low shot, and Gabe Arcady made a great save.
Off the face-off, Bigelow comes back to the blue line and out to center ice. Bobby Whitcup circles at the red line, just dumps it. In the zone, in behind the net, Accardi trying to control it, loses to Fauché. Joey has it poked away by Hamlin. The puck comes to McCracken, stick handles, goes to Fauché in behind the net. Joey now coming around with it, trying to take it. Taken away from him by Schermerhorn, back to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Dan Kenny, feeding ahead from Meade. Meade stick handles and has it taken away. Back the other way comes Jason Labarge, and Jason's going to turn into a forward right here. No, he stops at the blue line, trying to feed it through to Whitcup. His pass knocked down and out to center ice. McCracken at the Massena line. He bangs it ahead. Bounces off Whitcup and Bobby circles. 1-on-4. He's got McCracken breaking, though. Bobby just takes it in behind, stays with it. The puck kicks free. McCracken goes after it. Leaves it to go back to post at the point. Tommy flips it in the corner to Whitcup. Whitcup, backhand pass goes to McCracken. In behind the net, McCracken stick handles by one, gets knocked down, gets back up again, and tries to slide it along. McCracken now finally has it taken away, and the Indians started back the other way. To the blue line. Here comes Merrill. Breaking in, goes by post, looks to center it. Oh, taken out of the play. Hard check thrown there by Joey Fauché. Puck comes back to Accardi at the point. His shot, McCracken got it. I don't know if he got it in the face or not, but the shot goes wide. Back around on the other side to Chris Brown. He's just going to flip it in behind. Tommy Post circles, loses the puck. It comes back in the high slot, poked away by Whitcup, and finally it's Levac leading the attack. Levac takes it in the zone. In on the right side, gets by the defense, centering pass. Oh, Accardi got the stick out and blocked it. Good play. Now Chris Cameron feeds Jackson. Jackson racing in the corner, left side of the goalie. Behind the net, Jackson stick handles it, slides it back to the point. Levac's drive, a bouncing puck knocked down in front, save made. As Chris Cameron, I think, got a stick on the way through, didn't he?
Yes, he did. It was about shoulder high. I don't think referee Malty called a high stick, but he picked that one right out of the air. It was a floater. I'll tell you right now in the transition game, Jerry, when the Indians stop it defensively, they're not even looking to make the transition. All they're looking is to clear the zone. The forwards aren't breaking. The defense are not looking for anybody. They just want to dump it out of the zone. Basically, the only way they're getting out, either dumping it or just skating it out.
Off the face-off, the puck back to the blue line. Jackson flips to Cameron. Cameron trying to feed Hewlett. Hewlett didn't see it, but Jackson stays with it. His shot gloved. Accardi. And I don't know if that would have been on net or not, but it was close, and Accardi had to make the glove.
And again, we've said it before, when they get going, and I'm sure the opposition thinks there's 5 forwards out there instead of just 3. They're just tenacious. The intensity is still there. Really forechecking. They're taking the toll on this defensive core for Glens Falls.
Okay. Off the face-off, puck back to Collins at the point, shovels it over to Manning. He takes a quick wrist shot, goes wide. Rebound right in front, shot, big save, Accardi on Jake Morris. Jake looking for the hat trick. Now it comes to Tommy Moore, back to the point, to Jeff Bigelow. Bigelow to Collins. Collins winds up his shot, knocked down in front, big save, rebound, Morris, another big save. Oh, boy. And the puck in the corner, Biggs digging after it. Here's Bigelow, has it poked away. It's lifted out to center ice, and Collins in the race for it. He's going to get there first. Todd Collins. Drop pass, nobody there from Massena, and it's centered right in front. Here's the shot, save, rebound, and Glens Falls Meade scores the goal to make it 7-3 as Massena tried to get a little tricky in their own end. It cost them.
Yeah, they got their signals. They weren't on the same page. Todd Collins and Todd Manning. Todd dropped it back. He thought his defensive partner would pick it up, and the Glens Falls player was there to pick it up. And he fired the shot, and Todd Hayes made the save. And I think number 16, Jeff Meade, parked off to the side, banged home the rebound. But just back the other way, Jake Morris, you mentioned, just missed his hat trick. Gabe Arcadius really had Jake's number tonight.
Although Jake has scored 2.
He has scored 2, and he could have had about 5.
Off the faceoff, John Paul Bovair in behind the net. Has it poked away. Here's Merrill back to the point and out to center ice as the defenseman couldn't keep it in. Dump back into the corner. Jason Labarge. We've got the Chilton line out there. I guess I should mention that as Chilton moves it ahead. Here's Chilton trying to split the D. He gets knocked off the puck, and O'Connell comes up with it. Eddie Davis goes after him, and he's going to be called for charging.
Eddie Davis under a full head of steam right in front of the Glens Falls players bench, tried to check one of the Glens Falls players who saw him coming at the last second, and he low-bridged himself, went down, and Eddie Davis went right over the top of them. But I guess referee Mel Malty felt the intent was there, and he's going to give him a charging penalty.
7-3 the score, Corky's Collision scoreboard, 5:37 left. We got the 7-11 penalty-killing combination out there from Massena, McCracken and Fauché. Joey will take the face-off against Merrill. Off the face, it comes to Tommy Post. He waits and drives it down the ice. Stopped behind the net by Accardi. And Pirelli picks up the puck. Here comes Pirelli building up the head of steam. Pirelli across the blue line makes the shift. Can't get the shot off, comes back to the point. The shot taken by Tim Hamlin, but it goes off a stick up into the wall. And the face-off will come probably top of the circle.
Probably the two most, upset individuals in this rink right now are probably Jason Chilton and I'm not sure if it was Freddie Kellison or Trevor Brown, the other Freddie. Yeah. They just got out there after 2 periods, and their line mate takes a penalty, and they have to go back to the bench. So I'm sure those two are seething right now.
It wasn't one of the better penalties we've seen either, I don't think. Off the face-off, puck along the boards. Barkley is in there digging. Oh, nice job as Fauché takes it out of the pack, stick handles it ahead, and here comes McCracken. McCracken slides it into the Glens Falls end. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third period. Now the Indians try to move it out. Fauché is there to dump it in the zone. Right back again. Now Pirelli starts out again. He flips it ahead into the Massena zone. Tommy Post. Post in behind the net. Post dumps it down the ice. And it's stopped in behind. Now Accardi tries to center it ahead for Pete Accardi. And Pete, the defenseman, leaves it. Here comes Pirelli. John Pirelli, he can skate. He moves it down the ice into the Massena zone, loses it. Barkley gets a stick on it. Pirelli trying to stay with it. Barkley rides him into the boards. The puck comes free. Tommy Post, he loses it. Barkley kicks it ahead. Here comes Aaron moving it along the boards. Has it poked away. It's Merrill with it. Merrill behind the net now. Looking to stick handle. Post gets a piece but doesn't block the shot as Pirelli has it. 45 right side of the net. Back to the point. Penalty is up. They move it around. Back to the other point. Here's Hamlin's shot. Goes wide. It comes to Pirelli. He turns it around. I think Hayes got a piece of that on the way through. Here's Hamlin's bouncing shot. Hit the side of the net. Hayes didn't see that. He was screened until the last second. Now the bouncing puck in behind. Barkley whacks at it. It comes free. And Jake Morris slides it ahead. Here comes Jake. Out of the zone. Headman on the Bigelow's, or that's Moore's stick. He's ridden out of the play. Jake follows it. Here's Jake into the corner behind the net. Morris, wrap around, the save, the rebound. Jake after it in the slot, and we have a whistle. Net's off its moorings, I believe. Yep.
And now here comes Jason Chilton back at his lines, coming back out. This time Trevor Brown's going to be on the wing.
With Freddie Kellison, yeah. I don't think that Eddie Davis enamored himself to the coaching staff with that penalty.
Well, I don't know about the coaching staff, but I know he didn't. Jason and Freddie probably were upset. But Eddie, again, he's been seen for 2 periods, hasn't seen the ice time, and he wanted to probably impress the coach out there with his aggressiveness.
Off the face-off, Levac keeps it in to Labarge. Centering pass. Oh, goes off a leg just wide. After it is Kellison. Kellison centering in the slot. Brown shot. Saved by Pirelli. They jam for it. Rebound Brown again. And that goes off a leg. Jason Labarge, he's pinched way in as the puck goes in the corner. Oh, Chilton just threw a wicked check. He just threw another check. The puck comes free along the boards, and finally Meade comes up with it and headmans it out to center ice. Here come the Indians as they break in the zone. Breaking in on the left side is Dan Kenny. Oh, Labarge took him out of the play. The puck comes free. Kellison in the middle of a little bit of a checking match there, but it comes to the blue line, out to center ice. Here comes Chilton. Headman meant for Brown. Trevor racing in the corner after it. He stops, circles, right into the boards. Chilton is in there to throw his weight around. They poke at the puck, and Kenny finally kicks it free. Bouncing in the corner, Brown got a stick on it. Oh, Chilton throws another check, and the puck finally kicks out to center ice. Here's Meade with it. He just gets tied up, and the puck comes to Kellison. Kellison has it poke checked away. Labarge after it there. Massena leads it 7-3. And just a couple of minutes to play. Kellison throws a check. And the puck comes bouncing into the corner. Labarge and Chilton jamming. Meade, and finally Meade kicks it free, but Levac is there looking for Kellison. Almost got him on the breakout pass. Now a dump back in the zone. And it comes in behind the net. Here comes Jason Labarge. Dumps it down the ice, meant for Jackson breaking, but the whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off with 2 minutes even remaining in the third period. 7-3 Massena leads.
Jerry, why I'm chuckling here, Jason Chilton handed out probably 4 or 5 solid checks, and when the Indians retaliated, they didn't nail Jason Chilton. They were banging Freddie Kellison. So Jason Chilton was throwing all kinds of checks down here, and poor Freddie Kellison had to pay the price.
Face-off right side, off the draw. It's Jackson's line out there. Now Collins takes a whack at it, takes it in behind. Rides it around the boards for Cameron. Chris just leaves it. Now he takes it out, gets hauled down, gets back up, looking for Hewlett. And we're going to have, I believe, a penalty. And I'm not sure who they're going to call it on. Or are they not?
Not sure. I don't know if it's going to be a penalty or not. I don't know what the call, but Mel Tumulty made the call. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a holding call against Glens Falls.
That happened back in the corner.
Okay, number 5, yeah.
That was, let's see here, Matt Carpenter, and he tried to scoot down the ice as quick as he could. But Massena goes on the power play.
Mel made the call, but he didn't accentuate the emotion.
Okay, Jason Jackson in his own end, building up the head of steam. Here comes Jackson, carries the puck across the blue line, splits the defense. Jackson shot, save, rebound right in front. Picked up by Merrill, bangs it, doesn't get it out. Todd Manning. Manning looks to shoot, but he feeds it instead to Cameron. Cameron, centering pass, looking for Mike Hewlett, goes back to Collins. Collins in the corner to Hewlett. Hewlett trying to pass it around behind. Cameron is in there digging for it. We have a whistle. What do we got here? A face-off.
Just a face-off. Jason Jackson looking for his 4th goal, and he made one of those coast-to-coast rushes and almost connected.
Now we've got Chilton's line coming back out on the power play with 1:13 remaining. In period number 3, the Massena Red Raiders lead it 7-3, and they'll be playing Seton Catholic tomorrow in the championship game at 5 o'clock.
And I'm sure Freddie Kellison's going to say, listen, number 16 is the guy's throwing all the checks. Don't be picking on me.
Speaking of Kellison, picks the puck up in front, backhander high over the net. Eddie Davis back out on that left wing, goes back to the point with it. Barkley's pass is intercepted, but he takes the Glens Falls player out of the play and the referee as well. And back the other way comes Eddie Davis. He stick handles by the defenseman. Here's Davis right in the high slot, backhander shot. Accardi makes the save, and it's dumped back down into the Massena zone. Barkley after it. He shovels it around for post. Merrill is there, though. But now Kellison comes out of the pack with a puck. Here comes Kellison. Freddie takes it across. Stick handles in the corner now. Kellison in behind the net. He's ridden out of the play, trying to stay with it as Peter Accardi, the defenseman, rides him away. Now the puck along the board. It's going to be a hooking call. I think Jason Chilton is going to get nailed for that one. With 4 seconds left in the penalty to Matt Carpenter. Chilton will get the gate. There's only 21 seconds left in the third period. Massena leading at 7-3. Very convincing victory for the Raiders.
Yes, well, a very tired Glens Falls Indians here in this third period. Their defense, they're backing in. They're giving Massena the zone at will, and they're really, really tired. The Raiders are going around them like they're standing still. Nice move that last shift out. Eddie Davis walked around the Indian defenseman and cut in to the middle and just fired a backhand, and the Gabe Arcady made a great save on it.
Faceoff will be just outside as Whitcup comes out along with Tommy Moore. Bove is out there and Jason LaBarge. LaBarge whacks at it. Down the ice it goes. What do they call? They call icing. Apparently, that was before there was a power play. There's 4 seconds left on the Glens Falls penalty, and apparently they had not ended the power play, so icing will be the call. The faceoff will move back in the Massena zone.
16 seconds left in this hockey game, and it's the Seton Catholic against the Massena Red Raiders in tomorrow afternoon's championship.
Faceoff left side in the Massena zone. Off the draw, puck sits there, and Kellison, or no, that's Tommy Moore rather, rifles it down the ice and races after it. He hasn't given up yet. 8 seconds left, and he's barreling after the puck. Gets by a check, stays with it. Puck still free in the corner, and it comes back out down the ice as the buzzer sounds, and the Red Raiders win it 7-3. A very convincing 7-3 victory here this evening.
Yes, the Glens Falls Indians just simply ran out of gas. For about a period and 3/4, they played right up there with the Raiders. Give and take. Was a good skating club, but just late in that second period, at about, I'm looking down at Joey, 11:43 mark, it started. Jason Jackson picked up a goal, and in a span of 2 minutes and 38 seconds, the Raiders got 3 goals and just took this Glen Falls club right out. And in the third period, they just didn't have the legs. Massena just kept coming and coming and coming, and Glens Falls didn't have any more to give.
So Massena will play in the championship game against Seton Catholic. The Knights defeated team from Milton, Ontario, on a score of 10-2. Once again, our final score, Massena 7, Glens Falls 3. Stay tuned for the postgame show.